Counselor? There's a raccoon stuck in the vending machine.
That's so annoying. I wanted a snack.
Welcome to Trail Mix.
Our mini episodes from Camp Counselors podcast.
Each week, the stories come from you, our Camp Shady Birch campers.
We want to hear your juicy gossip,
Top secret confessions,
embarrassing and scary stories.
and sprinkle in our sage counselor advice.
Trail Mix is for the campers.
And God, do we love ya.
Hey, happy campers.
Welcome back to Trail Mix.
This is our mini episode. It's super teensy and tiny and cute, and also brought to you by listeners like you. Thank you.
Speaking of super cute and tiny little treats and morsels, I bought something so super cute and tiny and delicious that I wish I was eating right now.
What is that?
I was waiting. Okay, this is crazy, you guys. So I had to get a last minute suitcase for tour. As we're recording this, the tour starts tomorrow, which is so crazy. So in the middle of the day, it's Saturday, we went to TJ Maxx to get a suitcase in Queens. And I found a good one. And it was really busy in the shopping center. And we go to check out. And I've never waited this long in line at a TJ Maxx in November. I've done it before, maybe like a week before Christmas. It took us 20 minutes from the end to get to the front. I counted. Well, I didn't count. I used my phone. 20 minutes.
Everybody's doing their holiday shopping early, I guess.
Did they get a shipment in or something?
I don't know, but the whole place was popping. I even went to Annie and Pretzels, and I had to wait there.
Yeah, it was kind of like a waiting kind of day. But while I was waiting in line, I was in that long, what's it called?
The queue?
The queue, but what's it called?
Where they have all the glitz and glam in the bins.
Yeah, why can't I not? The cash wrap.
Oh, the cash wrap. Yeah.
I'm in line at the cash wrap and I'm shopping, and the closer I get to the registers, it's a lot of seasonal items, but they had some sweet treats at the end. And I had one that I've never seen before.
And we don't love buying snacks at these types of places, but it really must have drew you in.
Well, it was Thin Mint Bites. And I haven't had a Thin Mint in like over 2 years. I just have not gotten my hands on Girl Scout cookies. I'm not seeing them in Brooklyn. Like there's no Girl Scouts in my like vicinity. Like back home, those girls were always outside of a grocery store.
Oh my God, they're like stalking you. They're like, you don't have cash? That's fine. We take Apple Pay.
They literally take Apple Pay now, as they should.
Yeah.
But they sell like Girl Scout cookie branded Thin Mint, like little balls. They remind me of the yogurt balls.
Oh, Yogos?
Yeah, like Yogos, but Thin Mints. I'm just trying to like paint a picture for the campers who haven't seen them.
Or like, not a Milk Dud. What's the other one? The Crunch Balls?
Oh my God, a Whopper.
A Whopper.
You're so right. They're Whopper coated.
Yeah.
But they're not Whopper coated because those are vile. These little bitches are so good. And it's a little bit more fudge than mint. I love a Thin Mint because it's like, oh, a minty wafer. John hates them.
I don't like them. I just don't think that toothpaste and chocolate should be, mixed together. I don't know. It's not my flavor palette. I tried one and
it's funny when you say that though, because when you say like toothpaste and chocolate, like I get where you're coming from, but that's not how my body's interpreting it. But you admit these were pretty good.
No, I admitted that they weren't terrible.
You hate a York peppermint patty. That's someone you would stab.
Oof, don't get me started on that. But I did love that commercial with that lesbian. That was that was just like crisp, clean. Like that sold me on something that I hate. So whoever did that marketing, fantastic job.
Yeah, well, the York peppermint patty has that kind of like I don't know, pasty. That's honestly giving chocolate covered toothpaste.
Well, because that is peppermint. I think the mints that were on the cover of those is like a spearmint, like a mint leaf. Are those different?
It's thin mint, thin peppermint.
Oh.
I think it's the consistency.
Oh.
Either way, if you see these little Yogos at your local TJ Maxx or Home Goods, they're in a big bag and they're worth every penny.
Okay, well, everybody will have to go grab those, wait in line for 20 minutes.
Well, let's switch gears.
Okay.
Should we get into the reason for the season?
Let's get into the reason for the season. Let's get into the stories. This is a Monday after all.
All right.
I've got advice for a camper who wants to part ways with her roommate.
It always is the case, isn't it? I have a camper who was born without a sense of smell. Getting right to it.
And a camper who received a chilling DM on LinkedIn from their professor.
Ew. Let's get into it.
Are we qualified to be giving advice? No. Are we going to do it anyway? Absolutely. Welcome back to Dear Counselors. This is the part of the show where we give advice for our campers in need. If you need advice and you don't know who to turn to, hi, send us an email, drop us a line.
We're here, Therapia, Onomatoterapia.
Oh, wait, that was clever. That was good.
I thought about it and then I had to restart the joke because I said, no, I can get it out better. I can do better. I promise. Give me another chance, please.
We'll have Sandwich edit that to make it sound like it really packs a punch. But if you need advice, go to campcounselorspodcast.com or send us an email at campcounselorspod@gmail.com. All right, so here we go. Hi, amazing counselors. I have to say I absolutely love the pod, and you guys have been the soundtrack to me driving long, boring distances to see my mid-distance boyfriend. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. I love that. Any long distance trips you have to do to go see your boyfriend, that's how we started this relationship. This podcast wouldn't exist without a long distance relationship.
Yeah, and there's never a better time, in my opinion, for a podcast than a long drive. It's my favorite time to listen to a podcast.
Passes the time for sure. It's like you're watching a show, but you can't watch a show because you're driving. So
exactly. No, exactly.
Okay, but seriously, I need advice.
Okay.
For reference, I'm a college student, one of the few younger campers. Maybe not few. Okay?
Wait.
We're hip.
Wait, way to clock it. But honestly, I'm clocking correctly.
No, literally, because anytime a younger camper writes in, I will be the one to say it. But this time when someone else says it, I'm like, whoa. Now, wait a minute. Okay. So this camper says, I live off campus in a house with 2 roommates. One of my roommates is a friend of mine that I met early on in college. We'll call her Sarah. The other girl that was my roommate last year, we'll call Jess. Okay, so you had a previous roommate that you weren't necessarily friends with, but you were roommates, and now you're redoing that whole thing, and you're bringing in your friend you've had for a while named Sarah. Okay, Jess and I were close in our first year of college, and she was a tidy and respectful roommate, so living with her was a no-brainer, and Sarah was happy moving in with the 2 of us. Fast forward to this year, and shit has truly hit the fan. Jess has been the worst roommate known to man, going out and getting drunk but leaving her keys behind, then banging on the door at 2 a.m. so we have to wake up and let her in.
Oh God, I hate that.
She leaves a sink full of dishes for over a week at a time, which at one point attracted a horrible family of bugs. Yeah, you can't do that, girl.
How do the bugs find it?
I don't know. They smell, which is crazy because they're so teensy tiny. But I guess the food is so big.
Oh my God.
In one low.
They're like, it's like building a new drive-through. It's like, of course we saw it. We're so small and that's so big. That piece of bread was huge. Of course I saw it.
It made the bug news.
It's like new food in sink.
Everybody get down there.
The bug news. Make a movie about that. Oh wait, Bug's Life.
Bug's Life. Yeah,
Ants.
we need more bug movies. I thought about writing a rom-com. And this is copywritten, okay? So don't fucking steal. Okay, you're right. But it is about ants that fall in love. And it is a smut novel. Anyway, and the final straw. Jess brought home a cat without even talking to Sarah and I. Keep in mind, pets are a violation of our lease. And Sarah is extremely allergic.
Oh.
On top of all this, Jess has seemingly pushed everyone in our friend group, including me, away with hurtful comments, messy drinking, and even attempting to hook up with our mutual male friend who has a girlfriend.
Ew.
Needless to say, Sarah and I have decided that we do not want to renew our lease with her next year, but we're unsure of how to go about telling her. We assumed she had picked up on the vibes considering we don't hang out together much anymore, but nope, she still talks about all of us living together next year. So my question is, how do we tell Jess we don't want to live with her? And if she asks why, do we bring up her erratic behavior? I need your sage advice, counselors. Anyway, thank you for listening and brightening up my day with your episodes. XOXO, signed the stressed out roomie in cabin 30. Also, she did have a PS, and this was an email. It wasn't just through the website. So she attached a picture, and she said, "We found the cat a great home with our friend, and I still get to give him lots of snuggles." Photo attached below. So the cat no longer lives with them, but does have a nice home, and I've seen the photos to prove it. So that's comforting for me.
Okay. When
addressing this, do you have any thoughts, or do you want me to go?
Yeah, no. I think, camper, if you really don't care about her and you don't want to salvage the friendship, which I feel like, honestly, what's the point? Like, she's just really disrespectful. I would just be like, hey, we're not living with you next year. You don't have to tiptoe. Like, you are in college now. Like, she's a disrespectful, like, roommate, and it's terrible to live with her. So I think it's okay to, like, not be a bitch about it, but be like, hey, we're not living together anymore. We want to do our own thing. And if she asks and press the question, you can give her 1,000 examples that you just gave us. Honestly, just play this. I'll tell her right now.
Oh my God, there you go.
Our camper is not living with you because you're dirty and you let bugs in the house and you bring cats home and you leave your keys and bang on the door at 2 a.m. and think it's cute. And it's not. And clearly you grew up in a house where mama took care of everything, but you're an adult now. So act like one and stop being disrespectful to our camper. Because guess what? She found a new apartment and you're not living there. Maybe try getting a cat again, or don't. That's what I would say.
Period. We also left out the part where she tried making a pass at a friend who has a girlfriend. Yeah. I feel like too, it's easy for us to say because we're on the other side of things and we don't have to deal with that. Yeah. But to our younger demographic who are still going through it, and I know it seems stressful, but I promise you are probably most likely never going to talk to this girl again. So lead with kindness when you tell her of your other plans. Just make sure your ass is covered when you're making this move.
Also, do tell her in enough advance. Don't like screw her.
Yeah,
I think that's something. If she feels blindsided, like, make sure she knows as soon as you can tell her, because don't be like, yeah, we're leaving in a month and you're not in the next place. Like, she's clearly ill prepared for life. So
yeah, and
she needs some time.
You can't think about if that's going to be awkward continuing to live with her or not, because at the end of the day, by this time next year, none of this is going to matter.
True.
You have to look out for yourself. Be nice when you're addressing it. But honestly, if she asks you why, you have all the reasons. So you can really spell it out for her. And if she wants to challenge you on that, she honestly doesn't really have much room to do that. She does have much room, in fact, to be growing up. So good luck to her. Good luck to you. And you deserve some peace of mind. Okay?
This is a really big secret. Thank God we're on a body of water. This is Confession Canoe. Welcome back to Confession Canoe, campers. I'm feeling spiritual. I need to tell our Heavenly Father all of my sins. Oh, wait. I'm the Heavenly Father at this camp.
Do you have something to confess?
I don't, but our camper does.
Okay.
Let's get into it. I was born without a sense of smell.
I have never heard of this before.
I also love that there's no deer.
No, we're just jumping right into it. Nose first.
I was born without a sense of smell. People assume I can't smell because of COVID or something, but nope. I've been like this my whole life, and no one really knows why. Although my older brother recently admitted to dropping me as a baby, so he's a fair culprit. It's called anosmia.
Anosmia. I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of this, camper, and I like that you to clarify that it wasn't COVID, because that was my instant thought here. But
yeah,
anosmia.
To be born without it. I'm gonna look it up.
That is so interesting, camper. I feel bad, but I also feel like I gotta hear your side of the story. I'm going in blind with this reading, so I'm actually quite excited to read more about this. She says, or he, I'm not even sure. I could write a book detailing all of the embarrassing, uncomfortable, anxiety-provoking situations this condition has put me in. For the most part, it's actually kind of convenient. But of course, there are cons. Some examples. Pro. I can go to places like cow farms and New Jersey without pinching my nose dramatically. That was really fresh, camper.
Not New Jersey.
Our New Jersey campers are fuming. They're not roaring, they're fuming.
Mega fuming.
No, this is funny though, like this. Okay, so con. When I'm not alone, I spend 100% of the time absolutely consumed with anxiety over what I smell like. I'd imagine I'm at least partly responsible for keeping Altoids in business. Wait, that's crazy. Even your breath. I didn't even think about that.
I wonder. Okay, so then taste, right?
I know. I think, well, maybe we'll learn more. I don't know.
I did look it up and it is extremely rare, but it does happen. It's
I've never heard of it though.
A congenital rare condition where someone is born without the sense of smell due to a genetic disorder or abnormal development of the olfactory system. That's
the
right.
olfactory?
The olfactory system.
Oh, it's one word. Olfactory.
Yeah, this olfactory shut down many moon ago.
Well,
but we love you just the same.
I like that she has pros and cons, or he has pros and cons. I gotta stop saying that. This camper.
Yeah.
Well, there's another pro.
Okay.
Dog made a stinky in the living room. That's all right, Fido. I haven't even noticed.
Okay.
Con, Fido may have pooped in the corner 3 weeks ago, and perhaps that's why my neighbor never stayed in touch after I invited her over for drinks last Friday.
Oh.
Although I always feel obligated to pick up after the family dog, which is fair, I guess, but not really.
That's kind of sad. I mean, I like that you are looking at, the pros of life, especially with that situation. But if a dog shits under the couch, like you're not looking under the couch or like behind the couch 24/7. So you just never know until it's fossilized.
Pro, I have no aversion to smelly foods. Bring me that jalapeno onion tuna bagel. You sly fox, you.
Wait, was that the bagel that you had
Yes.
with the... Oh, that's funny.
I got it. I remember it. I was scarred by it. Con, I once dumped a whole bunch of ammonia on the floor to mop with and may have died if my mother hadn't come into the room choking and gasping for air.
Oh my God. I guess you wouldn't like feel that the way you would if you had normal receptors. Not normal. I'm sorry. That was ableist of me. What the fuck am I saying? If you had like a normal, well, shit, there it is.
You're done. Okay, so I think this might be my most embarrassing smell related confession. Oh, here we go. I literally didn't know how bad my farts can get. Or that other people could smell my farts. Oh, honey, we smell them. I am haunted by many memories. One that particularly makes me want to stroll into traffic occurred during my first weekend away at college. I was shy and my roommate was cool and edgy, like Avril Lavigne. I just wanted us to be fun, cool college friends. On the second night at my new school, I went into the dining hall for dinner and enjoyed a pizza, returned to my dorm, got cozy under the covers, and let my digestive system do its thing without restraint. That first floor dorm was always freezing, but let's just say that it was perfectly warm under my paper-thin Walmart comforter, if you know what I mean.
Oh, so we were gassing it up.
Whilst in bed, I scrolled through Yik Yak and came across an anonymous message that read, "Does my roommate think that farting under a blanket means I can't smell it?" The message was capped off with several puke emojis. My heart racing. I peeked over and actually saw her phone screen in the reflection of our window.
No.
And yes, she was on Yik Yak. You can imagine the panic that I felt. Did I get up and leave, thus unleashing the full fart cloud? Or did I silently let my embarrassment consume me and try to pretend it didn't happen? Obviously, I chose the latter.
Oh.
But it didn't end there. One wild night a few weeks later, I came back to my room late and immediately puked in the garbage pail in our room.
Oh, no.
Pro or con, I can take tequila shots like they're nothing, thanks to my dud of a nose. I then went straight to sleep. I woke up and remembered what I did. I took the garbage pail to the dumpster immediately. Later that day, I had a friend come over and she immediately stopped in the doorway and gasped.
Oh.
She said the room reeked of puke.
Mm.
Needless to say, my roommate and I never became close friends.
Oh my God, that roommate's like out of here.
I think she actually kind of hated me. It hurt then because I didn't really understand why, but now that I know better, I almost feel sorry for that girl. Now I know the blankets are not airtight or fart proof, and that is a mistake I will never make again. Unfazed and unfragranced, the wind beneath your blanket. In cabin 26.
Oh my God, what if that was the girl from the advice thing? That was the bad roommate.
Oh my God.
Oh, this was years ago. Oh, I feel for you, Camber. Like I genuinely feel
like
for
I
you.
Get it. Like neither of you are in the wrong, and you're definitely not the wrong. It's not your fault. I've never heard of this condition before. What's it called again? Anosmia?
Yeah, but the
gosh.
ammonia part, that is scary. And also a gas leak. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure you have those meters. Because carbon
You need
monoxide
those
we
meters.
can't smell. But yeah, because you know that gas doesn't smell like that, right? Like they add a smell to gas, like actual pure gasoline. Even at the
pumps.
The pumps, that's like an added smell.
Oh my God, put that on a candle. I love that smell.
I love that smell as well.
You should get an air purifier because every time I fart near it, it turns yellow and red.
Oh my God, it literally does. We do have an air purifier and we use it all the time and it works like crazy.
And it was gifted because of the show. Thank you, Winx.
Yeah, thank
Winx.
you.
WINX. We're not sponsored, but I love that thing. It's a really great air purifier. Wow. Oh my God. This is an inconvenient truth for you, for sure. Well, thank you for sharing and spreading awareness on a thing I didn't know about. I don't want to laugh, but it was kind of really funny. So thank you for making it funny.
Scary stories around the campfire. Welcome back to Scary Stories Around the Campfire. Get out your marshmallows and squish it between two stale, rotten graham crackers.
I thought you were going to say Toes. I don't know why, because you love that game.
Oh,
Tootsie Toss?
Tootsie Toss. It's not a real game. It's one that we made up. It's a game called Tootsie Toss. I believe I've talked about it before, but if you didn't hear me talk about it, everybody passes a stick around. It's a marshmallow that's on fire on a stick around a campfire, and you pass it with your toes. Everybody's barefoot. We played it one time, and it dropped on my brother's leg, and that's when we learned that molten hot marshmallow on fire dropping onto your foot is not good. Because
I would scream. I would be roaring and screaming.
We were with Fallon. We were at Fallon's mom's house, and my brother had to jump in the pool while it was still on fire.
What else was he gonna do?
No,
Did he
literally.
Scar?
He did scar. And
I'm sure.
Would you believe we played around too?
You guys are a dangerous crew.
We are. Yeah, we're the kids your mom warned you about. So that's the kind of podcast you're interested in. Rocko. I'm a rock chick. Anyway, scary stories. This is a part of the show where we read embarrassing stories or spooky stories, either or. Let's get into this. Hey, camp counselors.
Hey.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. I literally sit and pee myself with laughter every time I listen to your podcast. Oh my God, thank you so much for listening. So thanks for your service. Here is my scary story around the campfire. I'm watching an episode right now where Jonathan... Oh, wait, didn't plan this. Watching an episode right now where Jonathan mentions Yik Yak, and it unlocked a core memory for me.
Oh my God, it's a Yik Yak episode.
My God, I'm yakking up right now.
It's also so college.
It's so college core this whole time.
Oh my God.
Who else is in uni? Somewhere around my first or second year of college.
Wow, 3 college stories.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I was taking this gen ed history class with a real kooky professor. Let's call him Professor Umbrella. I liked this class well enough, but I had serious beef with the attendance policy and also felt uncomfortable at times because Professor Umbrella was really, really quirky. This was probably 2016-ish, and I was attending a college in a pretty red part of Pennsylvania. So history was unfortunately pretty present in that class. Anyway, Yik Yak had disappeared a few years prior. I remember that, the great Yik Yak ban of it all. However, it did come back. This time, the app required usernames. So campers out there, if you don't know what Yik Yak is and or was, I don't know if it's still around, but you could anonymously post, kind of like Twitter, and it would be based on location. And you used to be able to do it completely anonymously without having to sign up with an email or anything. You could just log on and just start talking shit.
A lot of hate.
A lot of hate. It got a lot of people into a lot of trouble.
Stinky, farty roommate.
Yeah, we heard it there. And our camper is now saying that this time, it did come back, but this time the app required usernames. So now you would have, it's essentially just like a
What's
Twitter.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Unless you have I don't know. We'll hear about the point, I guess.
Yeah, it says still anonymous, but you can see what account was posting what.
Okay. Like a thread?
Yeah, like thread or like a Twitter account where nobody uses a picture.
Okay. Yeah, I gotcha.
Or their names or whatever, you know. I was using Yik Yak for a lot of different things back then. I would vent, I would gossip, I would flirt. I had such a rush because it was all anonymous. And when we needed to create usernames, mine was a catchy little nickname that I felt wasn't too obviously me. At the time, I didn't know I would become infamous on the campus interwebs. So sometimes I would respond to freshmen asking questions. I made sure to keep my advice really general and tried hard not to reveal anything about myself because a lot of people thought I was a bitch and would mention me by username on the app. Okay, that's when you know you're just being like a little trickster on there. But who cares? Okay, we're all on here for a reason. If you want the goody two-shoes shit, go to Facebook. I don't know. People would mention me by username on the app. But what are you going to do? I was a queer person, closeted in a conservative campus, and I really wanted to start some shit. Listen, I get it.
I get it, and I support it.
I worked at a Catholic university who had a Yik Yak ban. It was a mess. Was I part of it? There's nothing you can prove. Just kidding, Sister Monica. Or am I? Anyway, regardless of my post, I never told anyone what my username was, though I had accidentally drunkenly spoke about my nickname before just to get some gossip from the girls in my class. Oh, there's that. So she probably just, I don't know if she was like dropping it to be like hinting at the fact that it was her, or if she was talking about it and be like, oh no, but I heard someone say that by this username, but it wasn't me. It's like, okay, well, we caught you in that. Fast forward to the end of the year. I end up getting a pretty good grade in Professor Umbrella's class, and I went to connect with him on LinkedIn because everybody always wants more LinkedIn connections. Professor Umbrella proceeds to connect with me, sends me an instant message, and addresses me by my Yik Yak username.
Wait, how?
I was horrified.
This is getting twisted.
I legitimately did not know what to do. I don't even remember what I said about him on there. I had posted really vulnerable things on that app. Sometimes I got really slutty. I thought it was going to be completely anonymous. I was definitely unhinged in everything I posted. I remember being a little flirty on Maine, definitely very vulnerable, and as open as I could be on the app, similar to Tumblr, anonymous message box vibes. Okay. Oh God.
Also, this is a little inappropriate for the teacher to know.
Yeah, but it's like post after
not the professors being locked in on Yik Yak too.
Listen, I'm telling you, when I worked at the Catholic University, every single person who was in every single department had it on their phone because it was such a problem at the school. Like, I wasn't a student there. I worked there, and it was like, keep a close eye, keep a close eye. Like, let us know if anything happens, because everybody was on high alert, but never let the students know. So if you were posting on Yik Yak at any university, I'm telling you, everybody there knew. Everybody there knew. It was a big problem.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's like, shit, what the fuck did I say about this? What did I say about this guy? Okay. I was afraid that if I didn't deny it, he would bring proof. So I sheepishly joked and admitted that the username belonged to me. I would have left it on red. I would have said, this is one connection I don't need to keep.
Yeah, agreed. Block, delete, I'm done.
Let's close that umbrella, bitch. Thank you. Oh, after my admission, I was left on red. I was given no further context, and to this day have never spoke again. To this day, I have no idea how Professor Umbrella knew it was me, and I don't know how to feel about it. I learned a very vulnerable lesson about creating lore on the internet that day. Anyway, thanks for reading. Signed, the anonymous whore in cabin 34.
Well, I guess it could have been worse.
It could have been worse, but I feel like that uneasy feeling of not knowing how this professor found out and remembering what you said, that would have tipped them off.
Yeah, sometimes like being left on red is more sinister than hearing the response.
Oh my God.
Because your mind keeps rolling and going.
I know. Wait, was it the camper who added? Okay, yeah, so the camper added the professor. So the professor was just like, hey, diddly squash.
Yeah, you still vulnerable, piss in your pants. I don't know why I said that. That didn't make any sense.
Smell this one. Just kidding. Okay, that was rude.
I loved our college episode sponsored by Yik Yak.
Yeah, it's feeling so uni right now. I feel like I should go to Harvard. What, like it's hard?
Well, if you want to be a part of the show, yeah, email us your crazy stories to campcounselorspod@gmail.com or write us in at campcounselorspodcast.com, and you might just end up on the show. As always, rate and review our show 5 stars so we climb the charts and we get excited.
Yes, we do not need any improvement because we're fabulous the way we are. Much like you campers, send us in your stories of the time that you got arrested or some really illegal shit that you used to do but do not continue to do, because then the law may be involved. Thank you so much for listening.
And with that being said,
lights out, campers.